Welcome to Our Focus. In this video I'll be talking about the T-Rex, and in many of my other videos I'll be talking about animals. The T-Rex is probably the best known dinosaur on the planet, and is starred in many movies. The best known appearance was obviously in the Jurassic Park and World franchise. But was it really as scary as it was portrayed? Could it actually roar? What are its arms for? What would happen if it fell over? What did it look like? Watch the full video to find out. The name. The T-Rex is short for Tyrannosaurus Rex. This means king of the tyrant reptiles. Tyrant is the term for the Tyrannosaurus family, which also consists of the larger Tarbosaurus and the Gigant. The distribution. The distribution of the Tyrannosaurus Rex is around North America, including Alberta and Saskatchewan in Canada. Also there are Colorado, Wyoming, Montana and New Mexico in the USA. What on earth were the T-Rex's arms used for? T-Rex's arms are tiny and quite frankly useless. But did you know that the T-Rex actually had 3 fingers? 2 of which that were visible, and the third was so small that it would have been hidden inside the skin. We already know that it would not be used for aiding them to get up, and they'd be too small to help them eat and attack. So what would they be used for? Fossils suggest that the arms of the T-Rex were 3 times stronger than those of the average human being. The most widely and popular use of the arms would be on male T-Rexes while mating, but considering the females had these arms as well, it would have been used for another reason. For example, it could have been used to help the balance of this 6-ton animal, but no one knows for sure if they were used at all. These are the most likely reasons, if any. Hunting. But was this true? We all know T-Rex is the ass-kicking dinosaur in the Jurassic films, but what did it really do? Famous Tyrannosaurus Rex was in fact both a hunter and a scavenger. He was an opportunistic, and would have taken both dead carcasses and live prey. We know this because fossil records say that all the carnivorous dinosaurs had a special joint about halfway along the lower part of the jaw that enabled the jaw to move, so that it could gather food. In T-Rex, this joint was solid and immovable. T-Rex had a crushing bite that would be able to rip off huge chunks of flesh and bones, so it would easily be able to kill a large dinosaur. But remember, this T-Rex was around in the Cretaceous period and there was a lot of food. He probably would have hunted half the time and scavenged the rest. Could the T-Rex really roar? It was highly portrayed as a fearsome dinosaur in all of the movies, but has been recently proven that the T-Rex could not actually roar. This is because of the volume of the neck and throat and how the skull's bones resonated. It would be very thin, the throat, and it wouldn't be able to produce a fantastic roar like in the movies. So what did it really sound like? The fearsome Tyrannosaurus Rex, feared throughout time as the great dinosaur of the century, would more likely sound like a bullfrog's croak. This is because the frog has the same sort of neck, if it was about 20 million times bigger, that the T-Rex would have had. So it would not be roaring like it was supposed to be. It would more just be like a giant frog. What did the T-Rex really look like? There's no definite way to tell what it would have really looked like, but fossil imprints show that it could have had feathers and looked more like a modern day chicken, which is the closest relative to the T-Rex. But this is thought to be that the younger T-Rexes had feathers and the older ones had lost it through the few years. A baby T-Rex would have become an adult and be fully grown at 14 years old. But over time, the feathers lasted for a lot longer, and in the late part of the Cretaceous period, the feathers would have lasted a lot longer into adulthood. So it would have looked more like the chicken, but with a few more teeth and about 20 times bigger. It could have been covered in fluffy down, or it could have had been all the scales that we know of today. Although, it's more likely that it would have had feathers at one point, because chickens are the direct descendants of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So what have we learned in this video? That the fearsome, intimidating Tyrannosaurus Rex could have really been a measly scavenger that looked like a big chicken with teeth and sounded like a frog. Remember, this is all theory, and all based on compelling evidence that may or may not be true. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe to see more videos like this.